G'day guys, Optimic Prime here. Got a very cool review today. I actually really looking forward to this because I do like Starscream. He is the whinging coward of the series, but he's still funny and he's got his good parts and bad parts about him. So we'll take a quick look at the box and then rip him open. Has a glowing null ray blaster. I have some problems with this, and when we get it out of the box I'll show you why. Let's see, his robots in disguise, Decepticon, Hasbro, choking hazard for children under 3. There's Starscream on the side with Voyager class series 1 number 3. On the back here we've got, press and hold to convert missile pod into null ray blaster. Weapon activates energon glow. Fighter jet mode. To me, straight away, this looks stupid. He's got a cool fighter jet, but this giant box thing sitting on top of his head. There's his stats. Coward, of course. Number 3 for courage. But a few 9s and a 10 in there, which is surprising as well. And there's the bio. If you wanted to read it, here's where you would pause the video. Okay, let's rip him open and see how we go. And voila, with the power of video editing, here he is in his awesomeness. I am actually going to skip straight to the weapon because I don't like it, not even use it, to be honest with you. It doesn't look like a weapon that he has in the series. He has guns like this. Just looks stupid, if you ask me. And it's almost identical to Optimus Prime Dark Energon's one. There are some slight mold differences, being the gun out the front here is different to the gun out the front there. But it's the same principle of this flick out rifle thing, that it doesn't stay locked out. It doesn't stay like this. It just keeps going into this giant block. A block I don't like, and I don't even like it on the Optimus Prime. I just have it there so that I don't lose it. I'm not going to throw it out, obviously, but I just don't see the point in it. It doesn't... If it could stay there and locked, I'd probably leave it locked like that. Just because it looks like a rifle, it looks like a weapon. That doesn't. Anyway, enough of that. Get out of here. I don't even want to look at that anymore. Because I've thrown that weapon out, I'm going to show you Starscream's missiles. They're a bit flimsy, as in they're tiny and sort of like a toothpick. But I think that's a lot more show accurate than that giant flicky outy thing that doesn't stay flicked out. Getting the figure real quickly, it's looking pretty cool. It's show accurate in my opinion, to the point where the face looks accurate. He's got the skinny legs. He's got these spikes on his knees here, but they're completely rubbery, like soft rubber, so you don't poke your eye out. He's got the spindly arms, the scrawny hands with the tiny little fingers. Even right down to his, if I flip that around you can see it, his high heels. Starscream wears high heels. Didn't notice that in the show, but then I googled, YouTubed a bit of it and found it, and yeah, certainly does wear high heels, which, nothing against high heels if that's what you prefer to wear, but the head mold looks awesome. It's show accurate. Shoulder pads, yeah, looking pretty cool. It does have this Decepticon logo here. One of the previous reviews I did on a Megatron, I think it was the Optimus and Megatron Entertainment Pack, there was basically no symbolage on either of the figures. So there was no Autobot symbols or Decepticons. This one's at least got one. So yay for Decepticons. He hasn't got any real backpack. He's got a back butt, but not a backpack. He's got, you can see the nose cone folded up at the back there. Quick articulation, and then I'll get him transformed. Head. We'll do some sweet maneuverability. Look at that. I'm going to look into this forwards and backwards thing. like the head bob here. I don't know which way it's supposed to be, whether it's supposed to be down or up. But either way, you get some good articulation out of it. It's on a nice, loose but firm ball joint there. What do we got? The shoulder is on a loose but firm ball joint. There's a shoulder pad that moves up and down with it, shoulder guard. We have a swivel shoulder joint there and a firm-ish elbow pivot. And, oh yeah, I didn't even notice, the wrist spins. I will say it is on some sort of ball joint, but there's barely any movement that way. A bit more movement up and down, but it spins around quite easily, which is good. Legs is a ratchet pivot ball joint thing. I wouldn't call it a ball joint because it's just a pivot joint with a swivel joint there. We got a pivot at the knee and some decent foot articulation there, even though he's wearing high heels. But yeah, each to their own. Other than that, I do like this figure. It looks like Starscream. It's meant to be Starscream. He looks like a coward, but then he looks like he can always stab you in the back with these sharp, pointy knee things. I've put the missiles on his arms here because I think that's a bit more show accurate. They do come with the missiles up here on the wings, but I put it down here just because I like it better, and I'm not putting that stupid mechanical gun on it. It just looks stupid. Like, there is actually a point on the back here where you can mount it, so you can store it for later. But once you do that, good luck trying to get him to stand up, because there's just so much. It's for such a spindly little body. There's so much weight to try and hold up. It's ridiculous. And it looks even worse. It doesn't look like it's meant to be a weapon. It just looks like a giant thing that folds out. See, I can get him to stand up one-handed. You put this thing on, it falls off. He falls over. Let's get him transformed and see what he looks like in vehicle mode. Okay, and here we are in his alternate mode, looking awesome. I really do like this alternate mode, except for the giant stupid cannon gun thing on his head. So now that you've seen that, I'll take that off. I will show you underneath. I'll just straighten that missile up. Underneath you can mount it, and let's see, it shoots that way, so we'll mount it on this wing here. It doesn't look that bad, but it sits crooked, sits offsided, and yeah, missiles are looking awesome underneath. I like that. I like the fact that it's only 2, it's not like 15 across it or anything. Paint on the outside looks awesome. I think I would have preferred the wings to be grey to match all the rest of the grey bits. So the grey wings there, but the rest of it looks awesome. Like, you can actually see the chest piece here. It kind of looks like eyes looking out at you. One thing I have noticed I don't really like, you can see his high heels hanging out the back here, like he's carrying his shoes on the back of his jet. I'm not going to really complain about that. Don't really care, to be honest. Like, you know, from back there, you can't even really tell. It just looks like an awesome fighter jet. So it's one of those things where they had to go there, and it doesn't spoil it that much that it's completely ruined the figure. I mentioned before, Starscream's head rocked forward on that sort of sliding joint thing here. You can see the sliding joint there, and his head's all the way back. So it's not a transformation thing that goes forward. I think it's for the robot mode. You slide it all the way forward, so it looks like it's almost sticking out the front of his body rather than sticking up top. Overall, I like this figure. It's cool. It looks fun. It's easy to handle. It's easy to transform for the complexity that they are coming to nowadays, where an Optimus Prime has like 45 different stages of transformation. This one's not bad. It's quite easy to do, and I would recommend it to a kid, just because all kids like fighter jets. It looks like a fighter jet. It's lightweight and it's durable. Plus, it's got the rubber nose, so nothing's going to get stabbed. Buy this figure. I like it. I'm glad I did buy it, because I don't really have any Starscreams. I've got Megatrons and Optimus and all that sort of stuff. But I think this is one of my first Starscreams. Throw this gun in the bin. I won't. I'll be keeping it. I'll just put it off to the side. But I won't be setting it up here or anything dumb like that. I think I'll just sort of have it off in the corner, just out of the way. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Like, share, subscribe, comment. If you have any other figures you want to see, let me know. If you like this figure, you don't like it, let me know. Stay tuned for the next review. Bye.